Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to part 3 or 4. I can't remember.
It is 4.
Our fourth attempt to get this right. We've had a few technical hitches, but we'll get to grips with it. Hopefully in a few years' time. So it is now, as we're filming this, it is now September, the Queen of all months. So I thought I'd introduce you to the Queen of instruction reading and everything else as well. This is Donna, everyone. So
Hello.
And by everyone, I probably mean our relatives, really.
Yes, our family.
They're the only people that's going to be watching this.
Yes, exactly. But that's okay because they want to know what we've been up to, and because of the lockdown, we've not been able to travel or for them to travel here to see us. So here we go.
Oh, that's really hot.
Yes.
These are very good, by the way. Stanley mugs, fantastically insulated. Right, okay, so where are we? Okay, so last video we did, I was mithering about how much it's all cost to just get the basics done. Little did I know that that was the tip of the iceberg. So just to recap, in June and July we had the tyres done at J&E.
Yep. And
great job, guys.
Yes.
Thank you very much. The chassis, suspension, steering, sway bar, bushings and everything else were done at Warner Spring. And a big shout out to Daryl for all his help and coaching us through the basics. We didn't really know sort of what needed to be done, but he was super helpful. So thank you very much, Daryl, for all your help. And in the meantime, what we thought we'd do is Donna can bring you up to date with what we've been doing, all the activity that we've been up to in the months of late July, early August, to bring us up to date. So over to you.
Oh, thank you. Have you discussed in the previous videos what we had a budget on the work to be done on the RV?
Just go through it again because I probably didn't pull it as well as you would.
Well, I don't know. Okay, well, our budget that we had set was a $10,000 budget. And anybody that has looked at RVs in the U.S. knows that right now RVs are going for a premium. You can't find anything used under about $15,000, and that's for a little travel trailer that you pull behind your vehicle. But this is a Class A RV and 32 feet, so it's
substantial.
Yes, it's much larger.
And we couldn't afford to buy a brand new 32-foot RV. Not only could we not get one, but the price would just be ridiculous.
Oh, right. I mean, this RV will be 30 years old. And it's just kind of gone into decline over the years. And it
was rotting on its rims. As you'll see on the website, if you look at our Roads to Rome website, you'll
bad.
see.
And we felt really guilty about it. And it just hadn't gone anywhere in years, and we thought, okay, well, this is it, because we hadn't been able to go anywhere or visit with family and friends because of lockdowns, and so we decided to take a budget that we had kind of set aside from vacation time. And when we say vacation time, we mean like a long weekend, because we don't take vacations ever.
So this was our holiday budget.
This was a holiday budget that we had in early 2020, when we had lost our vacation that we had planned then, and it luckily refunded all of it. And so we kind of took that and decided maybe I would find like a cabin or something like that. But with lockdown, the prices in the US and the UK they just went through the roof and skyrocketed. So that kind of went out the window, and I've kind of during lockdown, I kind of got into watching several shows on YouTube, and they were RVers, and I loved the shows, and so a shout out to them for
we'll mention all our inspirations as we go through, but there have been several kind of YouTubers that have been very informative as well about the right things that we should be doing and the best way to go about it. So, this whole thing is going to be literally two people that haven't got a clue, all right, trying to figure out how to make this thing work. So that's going to be the fun part of it, we think. We hope.
Yes. I think the key is us not having a clue, but But we are good at learning from people who are knowledgeable and we trust, and so
Always be learning.
always be learning. That's
Yeah.
right. So anyway, so that's that. And with the budget that we had set, we're still in there. It's tight, but we've got a few more things left to do.
And you're
with
going to do a big
mechanics.
reveal towards the end of where we are, right?
Yeah. So I think I'll just get into like some of the costs here, and I've kept a journal of everything and kept track of all of our expenditures. And on miscellaneous so far, we've spent $1,148. And that
What's miscellaneous?
miscellaneous are things like bits of trim. The mattress is included in that, a new mattress, new mesh grill for the fridge, lamps,
I'll say so.
faucets, things
extra
like
bits
that.
and pieces.
Little bits and pieces.
Fixtures
Water
and
filter,
fittings.
yes, fixtures and fittings. Water filters, new floor registers, faucets. All the cabinet hardware is included because we've taken out all the old brass 1990s hardware and updated it with all matte black hardware, which looks really nice. So that was $1,148.
Okay.
And in pounds for all of our family in the UK, that's 828 pounds. Well, I know that's for a lot. I mean, I could go on. It's loads and loads of stuff. So, and then we did the carpet, which was $363, and my mother and I installed all that.
Thank you, Judith.
Yes, and then Keith did the doghouse. He covered the doghouse.
The doghouse is the engine cover that allows you to access the engine from above, from within the coach itself. So, and I quickly found out that is made from incredibly strong fiberglass that not even a stapler could go through. So we had to use some really, really good adhesive glue for that, for the carpet.
So $363, and it is 262 pounds, which is really good. It took care of the front and the rear of the RV, and the middle part of the RV still has the original parquet floor.
Parquet flooring.
I will not say parfait. Parfaits are good, but it has the original parquet floor. And when we remove the dinette for the office area, which we'll show later on, because we'll be working from the RV, that middle part of the RV is all parquet floor, and when we removed the dinette, the parquet went through the entire area. So when we pulled that out, that parquet floor looked brand new.
We were very lucky.
We were very lucky. So it looks really nice. We have a really nice floor there. I don't know if the new RVs even have parquet floors like that anymore. I doubt it.
It's all vinyl
But
tiles.
it's all solid wood parquet floor. It's really nice. And didn't need anything with that. It's still in good shape. So that opened it up. So 262 pounds for the carpet.
What about the roof? You want to go through the roof?
We can. You went through. Yes, we did the roof, and that was the Eternabond
That we used Eternabond. Basically, the roof. The most important thing, obviously, one of the biggest problems for RVers is leaks. Because if you get a leak into it, then because it's mostly wood construction, then you suffer a whole load of extra problems. So what we did was, apart from getting the tyres, make sure it could roll, we made sure it was waterproof as well. And the waterproofing, the rubber obviously is 30 years old, and although it was in fairly good condition because it had been covered in tarps, we had to redo all of the grouting and the seals around all of the units that come through the roof. So we again through YouTube got best advice and used a product called Eternabond, which is a really, really, really sticky tape. You can get it in different widths, and did all around the outside, plus everywhere where there is an extrusion or an intrusion into the roof, we put Eternabond on that as well. And that was, I might add, done in the hottest months.
It was, and that was the first step of the. We had taken care of the sway bars and the tires, and then we went to the roof because the roof had been covered for half of its life. So the first half of its life, not so much, but the second half of its life, the RV has been pretty covered, so we were lucky
Mm-hmm.
with that. And that was the first part of the roof repair, because you will be doing here pretty soon. He'll be going back over the roof
Yes.
again with
A
I think
conditioner,
it's
rubber
Dicor.
conditioner.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we'll get into that at another time. But
Oh, and a big shout out as well to Wards as well, because while
Yes.
we were fiddling with the
On the
roof,
roof.
we had the 2 AC units front and back.
New seals.
There was a leak coming in through the rear one onto the bed at the back, which isn't too good. So Patrick Ward from Ward's RV came round at a moment's notice, came round and put new seals on the roof for the AC units, and basically serviced them, and told us that for 30-year-old AC units they're running absolutely fine. So fingers crossed we shouldn't have any problems with that. But
they do, and a lot of the times in the past when they were used, they were alternated. They weren't both blasting at the same time. But yeah, I think that those had been maintained pretty well cleaned, and the filters and things like that. So they're doing well.
good.
So yes, that
Excellent.
so the AC repair was $374.90, and that included the cleaning and the new seals around that. So that was also more
That's
roof
about
work.
what, 270.
Oh, very good.
Was it?
270 pounds. Wow. So yeah, I think that was pretty reasonable.
I wasn't reading your homework, by the way.
Yeah, sure you were, you cheater. So, and then to go back to the Eternabond, the Eternabond was $362, and that was money well spent, and that was 261 pounds. So, and with the tires also, the tires that you were talking about earlier were $2,814 and at J&E, and they did a fantastic job, and that is about 2,030 pounds, and money well spent. Because anybody that takes a look at the original pictures before we started the work, they were very bad, and we did about 20 miles an hour with me following Keith.
It was
get about 5 miles down the road.
It was one of the scariest drives we've ever done.
We had to do it after rush hour, blinkers flashing, the whole thing, just to make sure, just to be safe.
Oh, there's a pebble in the road. Avoid it.
And we had to go over the railroad. We had to go over the railroad tracks. But anyway, so that was fun. So we crawled up there, and they did a great job, and everything was really in good shape. I mean, besides the tires. So, and we were more concerned about the tires, not because of mileage. There was no mileage hardly on the vehicle
got
at
tread
all.
On them.
It was age. It was age and from sitting out. So. Okay, so, and then we had some other things like batteries and the new blades, wiper blades, and that was $305, which was 220 pounds. The suspension work was 1,403, and then plus the bell crank arms were 301, and that came to $1,705. And in pounds, that's $1,230.
Oh, right, okay.
$1,230. So, but so that is kind of where we are. And then the one big expense that I splurged on was the wallpaper. And
well, you can't really see it now.
Yeah, wallpaper was 1990s, and again, unlike the new RVs that have really dark colors and everything in them. This RV has really light oak woodwork, and with the new black trim hardware, it looks really nice. But the wallpaper was very 1990s, and it had like it needed to be replaced. So we replaced every bit of wallpaper from the front end all the way to the back, and we'll show you some work on that, and I absolutely love it. So that was the big splurge. That was the not necessity, but that was a want on my part because I wanted it to be fun. And since this is very much going to be a working RV we can't emphasize that enough, that this isn't just for fun.
This is our new office.
This is a new office, and so we'll be working from the RV, and it needs to have a good atmosphere. It needs to have all the technical capabilities that we need.
No pool table.
And no pool table. It is very much going to be a working RV, but with that being said, we did need to update a lot of the things in here for work. So we have desks and things like that we'll go into. That's a totally other video, but
you got the wallpaper from?
The wallpaper's from Spoonflower, and love it. It's very
fantastic.
It is a more high-end product, but it's formaldehyde free and it's environmentally friendly, and it's easy to put up.
And what's good about them as well is that they support young designers. They support new, sort of small operations as well. So designers submit their designs to them, and then they turn them into wallpaper, fabrics, and things. And the designers get some of the revenue. Is that right?
They do. From what I understand, the designers get a portion of their what they sell.
So well done, Spoonflower. Yeah, it is. We like you.
Love Spoonflower. It was expensive, but it's peel and stick, which means you can pull it off, reposition it, replace it, and things like that. And they have fun, fantastic patterns and everything. And that was $1,125. I'm glad you're sitting down. And that's a lot for me because I'm frugal. So for me to spend that, I really, really had to like it. I know it's a lot. And that's 812 pounds.
Okay.
That's not much to make your wife happy.
No, it's not. Happy wife.
Happy life. That's right. So, that's it on the expenses so far. We'll have a little bit more mechanical expenses coming up. And hopefully...
Yeah, so what's in store? What have we got coming up now? So we want to have the engine serviced to make sure that all the fluids and levels are okay.
And there again, in the past, those things have always been maintained. So hopefully that'll be a good news thing.
Generator, I got the generator working, which was excellent. And I have to now replace all the oil and the filter for the generator, but that's largely okay. So that gives us the ability to go boondocking. So we've got our own power supply. We don't need to hook up to shore power in order to do it. But
we will be wanting to look at maybe a jackery or something in the future as well.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
We've got our eye on a nice jackery, which is...
Or a bluetti. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll wait and see. So the grand total. Let's go to the grand total. So have we been budget busting boondockers, all right? Or are we frugal nomads?
Well, I think we're frugal nomads.
Okay.
We are.
And
the grand total is $8,200.
Okay.
Our budget was $10,000. And in pounds, that's 5,915 pounds. Now, I know people have spent that on one holiday.
Just one vacation to Jamaica.
One vacation, yeah.
Yeah.
So 5,915 pounds or $8,200 so far.
Excellent.
And that's pretty good.
And so what do we see as the big expenses coming up? What's going to be the big financial burdens for us?
I think that we've mostly gotten all the big expenses out of the way.
We've got the seals around the windows to do.
Oh, yeah, sorry. We do have that. That's going to put us very close to the budget. We do have seals to replace around the windshield and a few of the windows just to make sure it's sealed right. That's our next big project, probably.
Excellent.
Yeah, that we have to do.
Okay.
And
all right.
There's a squirrel
We've
on the roof.
got squirrels on the roof. Fighting or playing. Okay, right. Well, so thank you for watching. I hope this has been useful. If you like and you want to see more of these videos, hit the like button or wherever the buttons are. Or hit subscribe. Everybody points down, but I don't know. It depends what you're watching. But anyway, like it or subscribe to it, and we'll keep on. We'll do it. We promise it won't be another 2 months before the next video. We'll try and put them up more regularly now. But it's been a lot of hard work to get it to this point. So we're kind of now at a point where we're okay. Let's see if we can
Yeah, I don't think we had to have, I don't think we needed to show the work that we were doing, like hanging wallpaper and things like that. That's kind of boring. So we'll have another video and we'll show you how it's turning out. I'm very happy with it. It's looking really, really nice, and looking forward to getting to work and literally work.
Yep.
And getting the laptops and everything rolling in here,
and our mobile internet as well. That's going to be the podcasting equipment. Yep. So okay, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, and hopefully we'll be able to update you and give you a big grand tour of the whole place, which I think that's probably the next thing we need to do, is just do a blow by blow sort of just look at everything, because we've got some really cool little things that we've bought for it, and it's a mixture of, we're trying to be environmentally sensitive and at the same time make sure that we protect everything, because obviously there's a lot, we're going to make sure we're going to be working from here, so we want to make sure we've got all the right sort of security elements and stuff in there as well.
Exactly.
But anyway, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, and in the meantime, you take care of yourself, and remember that all roads were made for roaming.
And you can too.
Bye-bye.